Sometime after the war, a European government printed a pamphlet for worried parents. It named a familiar face from Christmas and called him, in plain official type, an evil man. Get rid of him, it said. He had been banned before, men arrested for wearing his mask. And every time, he came back with the snow, because the thing they kept trying to bury was older than the holiday it haunts.
Good evening, Pin 13, high in the Alps. With the world set out a kindly saint, these mountains kept something with horns. Tonight, the Christmas demon they could not kill.
You have probably met him already, the horned monster from the Christmas horror films, all fur and fangs and chains. The real one is older, stranger, and far more interesting than any movie.
So the films got him wrong.
His name is Krampus. Picture a devil built by a mountain winter, black shaggy fur, a goat's curling horns, a long red tongue past his fangs. And look at his feet, one is a cloven hoof, the other a human foot. The disguise is never quite complete. He drags iron chains, and carries a bundle of birch twigs, the rooten, for swatting. And on his back rides a wooden basket, the Kraks say. Because the worst children do not just get a fright. They get carried off.
Carried off where?
That depends how dark your village likes its stories. But Krampus never comes alone, he walks one step behind a saint. On the 5th of December, Krampusnacht, he arrives beside Saint Nicholas himself, the old man who rewards the good children, and the horned beast who handles the rest. Two halves of one night. Which raises the real question. Why does the season of giving need a monster at all? Because a saint cannot threaten. Nicholas is mercy, he only rewards. The tradition needed a second figure to carry the fear, and the Alps already had one. Long before Krampus had a name, these mountains ran with masked winter demons, sent to drive the dark out. Their queen was Frau Pektar. In tales the brothers Grimm wrote down 2 centuries ago, she slips into houses during the 12 nights to inspect your work, and if the flax went unspun, she slits your belly open, stuffs it with straw and pebbles, and sews you shut with a plough for a needle and an iron chain for thread.
That is the Christmas spirit.
That is the pagan alpine winter, and the church never truly beat it. Its ugly masked spirits, the Shiart Pek 10, wear the very horns and fur and fangs Krampus wears now. So the priests did the practical thing, they gave the horned terror a saint to walk behind, and a night to work. Even his name tastes of the mountains, from an old word for claw, and a dialect word, krampen, meaning something dead and withered. And he wears 100 local masks, Bartiel, Tuifel, Kloov, the straw-wrapped Buten Mondial of Bavaria, the Parkel just across the border in Slovenia. The same devil, in a dozen tongues. So picture the night itself. Snow, torchlight, and the sound coming up the lane before anything else. Cowbells, and the drag of chains. Saint Nicholas knocks first, hands out nuts and apples and blessings, then steps aside. The bells get louder. And Krampus comes through the door swinging.
And people actually let this into their homes.
They still do, and it is not gentle. A modern Krampus run is a contact sport, the birch draws real welts. In 2013, after the East Tyrol runs, one hospital in Lienz treated over 60 people and admitted 8 with broken bones. Last year, a young woman was hospitalized after 3 Krampus struck her, and Austria is now arguing over how rough the tradition may be.
And the children. Is that not just terrifying them?
Because that is the point of him. He is the one night of the year the monster is allowed through the door, and everyone agreed, in advance, to be afraid. We invent him. Picture a snowbound alpine valley 3 centuries ago, 16-hour nights, the pass is shut, no reasoning with a frightened child. A monster who comes on a fixed date, sees everything, and answers to a saint is not cruelty. It is the most effective parenting tool ever built. But a monster that useful makes powerful people nervous. And 3 times, they tried to erase him. First, the church, for centuries, fought to drive the horned devil from the streets. Then, in 1934, Austria's new authoritarian government banned him outright. In some towns, men were arrested for wearing the mask. One American paper ran the headline, "Krampus, disliked in fascist Austria."
Wait, fascists banned him. I'd have guessed they'd love an ancient pagan monster.
That is the strange, beautiful heart of it. Krampus was exactly the old Germanic folk figure that ideology claimed to revere, and they banned him anyway. Too Catholic for the pagans, too pagan for the Catholics, too wild for any regime that wanted its winters neat. Too much monster to control. The 3rd time came after the war. In the 1950s, officials in Vienna printed the pamphlets, "Krampus is an evil man," warning he would scar children for life. "Throw him out," they said. And every time, he came back with the snow. Today he is bigger than ever, and folklorists read the revival as the Alps answering back, their own wild local devil set against a smooth, imported, global Santa Claus. With one last irony, the anti-commercial rebel now sells chocolate, on keychains, at the very markets he once terrorized. And a punishing winter visitor is not uniquely alpine. Anthropologists even have a name for him, the visiting god, who comes from the wild each year to test whether a household has been good. In Iceland, he is a she-Gryla, a mountain ogress who lumbers down at Christmas to boil naughty children in her pot, trailed by 13 mischievous sons. Behave, and a gift lands in your shoe. Misbehave, a rotten potato. In the old German Palatinate, he is Belsnickel, fur-clad, ragged, a giver and a punisher in one. And when those families crossed the ocean, he came too, surviving in the Pennsylvania Dutch country to this day. In France, he is Père Fouettard, Father Whipper, the dark companion who deals out coal and the lash while the saint hands over sweets. And on the far side of the world, in northern Japan, he is the Narem-Ahage, men in fierce ogre masks and straw capes who storm house to house on New Year's Eve, roaring, "Any crying children here? Any lazy ones?" The same monster, the same job, an ocean and a religion away.
All of them. Cultures that never met.
Everywhere at once, because the need never changed. When the world goes dark, we hand a neighbor a mask and let the monster in, so the children behave, and the light comes back. Krampus was a media star long before Hollywood. By 1900, printers had made him a craze, the Krampus card, greeting card stamped "Greetings from Krampus," mailed by the million. And not all were meant for children, plenty showed the devil chasing a blushing, buxom woman, the Christmas demon as a wink between grown-ups. By our own century, he had become a slasher. In 2015 he got his own Hollywood film, tearing through a family at Christmas. The same year, A Christmas Horror Story sent him to brawl with Santa. Television had borrowed him already, Grimm, American Dad, Scooby-Doo, and The League all gave him a holiday episode carrying off the naughty.
Did any of them keep the saint?
From the arcade boss of Carnival to a skin in Smite. Pop culture kept the horns and the basket, and quietly dropped the saint. It remembered the monster and forgot the machine, the old idea that fear and mercy only work as a pair. You meet him now. Every December, the medieval streets of Salzburg fill with hundreds of them, horns, fur, and chains under the Christmas lights. In Styria, Schladming stages one of the largest runs in the Alps, and over the border in the Italian Dolomites, Dobiacod draws 500 Krampus in a single night. And in a handful of Bavarian villages, you can still find the oldest form of all, the Butemondiel, young men sewn into whole suits of threshed straw, heavy cowbells at the hips, thundering through the snow.
People travel for this.
Tens of thousands of them. And that is the last turn in the story. The demon that mountain parents once used to terrify their children into behaving is now a headline act, a festival, a photo, a chocolate on a shelf. The thing they tried 3 times to kill did not just survive. It won. Atlas closes the file on Krampus. There is no animal to find here, no fossil, no misread seal in the surf. He was never a creature. He was a job, the fear that a season of mercy secretly needed. The danger is real enough, the birch still stings. But the mystery is not what he is. It is why, when the nights grow longest, so many of us still want a monster at the door.
And that closes a file. No saint, no church, no government could ever tame him. Some monsters are load-bearing for his cousins in the east. Visit our sister channel Yokai Night. Next time we leave the snow for the forest. Sleep well and be good.